Hey, I'm Randy Vance. I'm in New Smyrna Beach, Florida, where we're on a brand new boat from the Brunswick Group. It's called the Navan S30. Now, the Navan is designed to follow that new trend with the vertical stem, but the designers here at this company have brought some really awesome features to it that we want to walk you through, but not the least of which is the performance of the boat. Now, we're powered with dual Mercury 300 horsepower outboards. One of the things that we discovered is there's a step bottom on this boat, and it's got a special design so that when you throw it into a hard turn, it hooks up and comes straight on through. Add just a little bit of trim and a little bit of throttle, and you'll make a super sweet turn. We like the way this boat crossed heavyweights. We've got a 52 Mystic out here today, and we've hit those at 45 miles an hour, and it's just an easy ride across them. You're going to like that when your boat is full of passengers that may not be that familiar with the water. Now, when you step into the boat, there's a lot of comfort features, and let's walk you through them right now. Now, our helm is set up here with two 12-inch Simrad displays. Our engines are operating through them, giving us all their working data. In addition, we've got C-zone electronic switching here. That gives you access to everything on the boat. You've also got a row of tactile buttons here for the most commonly used functions. That's a nice feature on boats that are using that digital switching. The tilt wheel is in exactly the right spot, as is the double helm here. Now, this boat's equipped optionally with dual 300 horsepower V8 outboards, and when you buy that engine package, you also get the joystick. Now, the joystick is a really nice addition to this boat, especially if you're not too familiar with docking in really tight spots. You just jog the stick sideways to the way you want to go, and you can walk the boat in just as slick as can be. Now, the Fusion audio system on this boat is standard. There's a couple of options. The zip wakes are an option, and it's a good option if you're not too familiar with how to trim a boat. If you're more of an old salt, you're going to want the standard electric trim tabs, and that's what I would prefer. I also like the fact that the Mercury motors come with active trim. That relieves a lot of responsibility for getting the motors set up exactly the way you want them for most fuel economy. Now, the seating arrangement on the S30 is really interesting. I like these two bucket seats facing forward, and initially my thought was they're too low. But when you sit down, you're tucked right in under that windshield, and you actually have an excellent view forward. So you can drive the boat comfortably sitting or standing. Now, the seats slide fore and aft to give you the optimum legroom. But as you step back, you've got this large bench right here, and this is something we really need to spend some time on. Now, this bench is super wide here. Probably 4 or 5 passengers are going to be able to share it. You've got footrests below that fold down, and you'll notice this boat is equipped with isotherm refrigerators for keeping drinks cold. There's also one in the cabin below, which I'll walk you through quickly. But this seating arrangement has a really cool trick. Walk around to the back, release a catch, the seat flips over, and there you've got an entertainment galley complete with an electric grill and a freshwater sink. Now, when you tilt this seat back to reveal that summer kitchen, you've got a conversation pit aft, which is really nice. Very comfortable bench seat here. Again, you're going to hold 4 to 5 people in it. And you've got the transom seat as well. Now, I like the way this aft bench is centered. It gives you a walkway to either side of the transom platform. You've got a boarding ladder on the starboard side and a great place to sit, get yourself ready to go tubing or riding aboard on the other side. Now, if there's not enough lounging area for you on the main deck, step up here to the bow. We've got this large double wide cushion here that makes a great place to lay out and suntan. These cushions right here tilt forward to give you dual forward-facing lounges, and you'll also notice that if you lift that center cushion, that reveals the hatch to the cabin below. It's got mosquito screens on it. It's a great place for ventilation, and it also gives you another way out of the cabin should you need it. There are cup holders here on either side molded in, and you'll notice that they have cutouts so that they'll drain. One of the things you want to look at is the arrangement of this heavy-duty rail all the way around. It's split at the bow. That gives you access to your windlass and your anchor, and it's a really nice design for those boaters that want to dock bow in. In fact, if you look all throughout the boat, you'll notice that the hardware on board is really rugged. I like the T-shaped cleats and the fact that they match the rails in their powder coating. They match the supports on the hardtop, and you know what? The hardtop even brings in sun to the cabin below thanks to the acrylic sunroof. Now, one of the things that the Navan designers brought to this boat was in a large cabin. Now, that comes from the square stem and the high freeboard on the outside. When you get down below, it's 2 steps to the main sole. On the port side, you have access to the head compartment. They call it a wet head because you've got a hand shower in there, and it's a great place to clean up. Now, this whole area is air conditioned and heated. How do they power that? With 3 Relion lithium batteries. It's a really nice system. It'll charge up in a couple of hours on your outboard motors, charge up in even less time when you're plugged into shore power. Now, this boat's all about luxury, and you'll notice that next to the batteries is a large freshwater tank, and aft you've even got a water heater that's also powered by that Relion battery system. Now, Navan has done far more than add a square stem to a boat. They've completely redesigned the idea of family boating and overnight cruising with a spacious cabin, a fun summer kitchen, and plenty of space on board for a big crew. I'm Randy Vance, and this is Navan's new S30.